Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lam, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of WisePass. So I only have 10 minutes, but I prepared those slides for 5 minutes only, so I will try to speak a little bit slower. All right, so 5 years ago, I made a market research on how to build a brand in the 21st century. And I talked to many global brands, and they're struggling. Actually, they're struggling so much that there's a term for that. It's called digital transformation. And the reason why they're trying to, the reason why they struggle today is because they've used a model that has been created almost 100 years ago. And it hasn't changed at all. So 5 years ago, after that, I studied that. My big quest was, how can I solve this problem? Because those brands, they struggle right now to connect in a relevant way with the consumers. I think you all experienced that in your life. You may have watched TV before, you may have watched YouTube as well. And sometimes you'll see some very annoying commercials that you don't care about. What you care about is just to watch the actual content you want to watch. Brands are actually spending millions of dollars, billions of dollars on TV just to do such kind of thing, and they're wasting a lot of money. In other words, the pain point I'm trying to solve is how to connect brands better with the consumer. And I've been working on that for now more than 5 years. The solution is going to be presented now. But the thing is, this product or this thing didn't exist at that time. I had to figure out from scratch how that would work. And I'm going to tell this story today. On October 31st, 2014, that was the beginning with my cup of coffee where I was just figuring out how we would solve this problem. It was really hard, but we set up the team, and quickly we thought that mobile, digital will be the key how to reach the consumers. And every one of you, I think, will have a smartphone in their hands today. So we thought mobile would be the first way to get to the consumers. Rapidly after that, we found the market fit in August 18, 2016 in Ho Chi Minh City. And that is actually when we started to generate a lot of revenue. A year later, thanks to VIISA, 2 years ago, we were at the demo day here, and we got a seed round, $400,000 with $1 million in valuation pre-money. Fast forward a year, we expanded in Thailand, in the Philippines. We now operate in 3 different countries in 4 cities. Today, I will make some special announcements about what's going to happen for WisePass. But first, what is WisePass for the end consumers? In 2016, what we did was to build something, but it was very hard because you can't copy from the United States, from China. We had to figure out a value proposition for the end users. And this is actually how we started. We made a lifestyle app where people can actually pay $300 a month, and with that, they can access anything, anytime, anywhere. But that's not the truth. 3 years ago, we found our little niche, and it was about alcohol. People could get a bottle of Jack Daniels every day. Today, you can actually access also a cup of coffee every day with Starbucks in Vietnam, soon in Thailand and the Philippines. You can watch movies every day if you want. Still, you can of course get some bottle of whiskey. You can get a haircut. You can get a chiropractor. You can get access to many different activities. Actually, more than 10 now. The way it works is pretty simple. Download the app. You just sign up. You get to the bar, the restaurant, and then that's how you get the bottle. Today, by the end of 2018, we were sending 2,000 people. The way we call this is pass now. So whenever someone else redeems something, it's a pass. So that's 2,000 pass in 2018, and by the end of 2019, we are planning 100,000. So that's a 50x increase. Our gross margin now is around 40%. We started in 2016 with $3,000 in revenue, rapidly went up to $70,000, $370,000 in 2018, and hopefully we're on track for our first $1 million this year. The way we make money today is really simple. We look at how many people pass, so redeem an item, and then we associate the cost and the revenue, and that's how we build our P&L with our company partner, Deloitte. The segment we are targeting is B2C, B2B, but the most important today is B2B to C. And I'm going to focus on that today. Because today, we have to work on how to acquire more users, but in a sustainable way, repeatable way, and scalable way. We got to make sure, 2 years ago when I did my presentation, the CAC was around 150. We tried to cut that down to 150. That's the first constraint. The second, the lifetime value gotta go and double. And eventually, we just get the headcount to 18 this year. So how do we do that? Knowing that we're gonna go from 2,000 to 100,000 pass. So the first one is Grab. So 2 months ago, we signed a deal with them. And the way it works is pretty simple. If you have 5 points on your Grab account, and I'm sure you're all using Grab, or most of you, then you can get a ball worth $100. If you have points, next Wednesday, it's going to be official. So you can get ready for that. We make $35 whenever someone else redeems a ball through Grab, and our cost is only $10. So it's really good in terms of profit margin as well. And because Grab is actually not only in Vietnam, but also in Southeast Asia, we're going to grow with them across the 6 countries we're going to expand to. Actually, this is thanks to this company, Pernod Ricard, that we struck a deal. And if you don't know this group, you surely know all these brands. If you know Absolute, if you know Ballantine's, if you know the Glenlivet, if you know Royal Salute, Malibu, then it belongs to this brand. And they have millions of dollars in a very specific budget called digital transformation as well. And they need to look for a digital platform to pour the money. And we happen to be in Vietnam here to receive all this budget. Let's step back. Grab is not the only company with millions of users with loyalty points. What we realized is American Express is also a company with millions of users with many points. When you use your card, you get points. We start to accept American Express in April. And then soon we're going to work on accepting also their points. And again, millions of customers and customers all around the world. Citibank, I guess you get the idea. Any company with points, we will work with and we will accept the points. And that's how we get millions of users on our platform, just in a repeatable way, scalable. We got another one. So, today is an official announcement. So Coca-Cola Vietnam has agreed to work with us and to onboard 2 million active users on our platform as well. We won't onboard 2 million upfront, but we'll start with a batch of 100,000 users. And we believe that's going to help to grow to 100,000 pass per month. They're starting with Coca-Cola Foshu, which is a special zero-calorie product with fibers. And the next one is Thunder, which is a competitor of Red Bull. Okay? And 48 hours ago, we just closed a deal again as well with Singha Beer, and they're using our platform basically to build a membership on our platform, where if you subscribe for $7, you can get 3 free beers every day, starting July 22nd. That's actually the most important slice, because the people will see from the end user's side, okay, this is what I get. But the true value of WisePass is about how we can build a platform for brands that can interact, acquire consumers, engage consumers, and retain their consumers from end to end, rather than just going in a very scattered way just to acquire consumers in email and not knowing what they're going to do right after. We incorporate everything within a single dashboard so they can actually do all of that. And that's where our value is. Funding. We're raising $2 million for a $6 million valuation round, pre-money. Xpara and Finder Stars already joined the round, and we're closing by the end of September, this quarter. And we're going to use the funds mostly for expansion, tech, and business development. For the next 2 years, we're targeting to get over 1 million pass a month, and we're going to cover Southeast Asia. If you're interested, you can come and talk to me. Thank you very much.